joined today by John Payne. He's the author of This Week in Grains and Oilseeds. And John, as we look at trying to figure out, what is the right price for a global grain, I think that's the biggest thing to really put a finger on.
Yeah, it's where you are, and this is a country or a global problem that everybody's facing. It's one that we've probably been used to in the U.S. when you talk about where you are from relative to your mills, or in the case of corn, ethanol plants and beans, biodiesel plants, things like that. But right now you have wheat that's stuck in a region that needs to get somewhere, and yet we have a major dislocation in not just prices where they are, but prices where we are. So I think the first thing the trade really wanted to get a hold of, and it took us a while, maybe even a week and a half, just to find out where we're trading. Like where is the Black Sea market right now? Because no one was putting any offers out. Meanwhile, the board trades, and we were locked limit up. So we finally got some late last week where we got some news from Ukraine that there is supply moving. So this is, for me, I'm kind of an ex-intelligence guy. I'd like to understand, how bad things are relative to what you see on TV. And obviously things are bad in the cities, but out in the country, maybe not as bad and a little more peaceful, and you're actually getting some trades. So we had last week, looking at wheat, $445 to $450 a metric ton. Wheat, this is Ukrainian 12.5% protein that's moving out of Romania and Bulgaria. So those are EU countries now taking the place as really the Odessa ports into the Black Sea and then sending it out. So $450 per metric ton in wheat is about $12, $12.25 on the board per bushel. Obviously the board's not going to factor in the shipping costs, but you look at where we are there, that's a kind of a good window into wheat. And then with corn, $390 a metric ton out of Moldova, which is about $9.40 per bushel. And then sunflower oil, which we don't trade here in the US, but looking at bean oil at 71 cents per pound, we're up here near $2,200 per ton for a ton of sunflower oil rather. So I need new charts to be able to price that kind of thing in. So at this point in time, the edible oil markets are on fire, and we see now the corn and the wheat markets follow.
Interesting. It's super fascinating to watch what's happening there. Obviously, we'll keep trying to make sense of it all as we go forward. Appreciate it, John. Thank you so much for being here. We'll be back with more Ag Day coming up.
To find John's newsletter, This Week in Grain and Oilseeds, head over to www.thisweekingrain.com.